One, are you an emotion code or a body code practitioner that's just got started? You're so new you spell the word practitioner wrong sometimes? Or have you been in this business like John for 5, 6, 7 years? However, you still haven't mastered on how to make money every day. In other words, you just kind of need some mentoring or advice on how to take your business so you can up it to the next level. Well, even if it's not you, we want you to stay tuned today because John and I are going to be mentoring motion code, body code practitioners today with their question. I've got one quick little giveaway. Well, I've got lots to give away today, but I got one tip to give away today that might likely change the success of motion code, body code practitioners business. You're going to hear that today. Well, who am I? I am Michael Losier. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. I'm also the author of multi-million-dollar selling books. And my heart is right now with the emotion code and the work of Dr. Bradley Nelson. And I'm here with John. Good morning, John.
Hey, everyone. Yes, my name is John Inverarity, certified emotion code and certified body code practitioner. Yeah, I do run a successful practice helping people all over the world. And while I work from home, last week, working with Australia, Europe, United States, so a few different continents. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, I worked with my secret client last week. You know when I talk about my secret client?
Yeah.
He doesn't use his phone number and somebody else pays for the session. And I'm helping this guy with like multi-million-dollar deal. So he's my secret client. So we love that. So, excuse me. So you don't have to be visible. You don't have to use the camera. It's at a distance. Whether you're across from me at Cora's restaurant or whether you're in another country, we can still help you and remove those unprocessed negative emotions from past events that you know, that I know, that you know, that I know, that are messing up your life. Even if you don't think you do know, they are there. So John and I are both emotion code practitioners. John, what's the episode tonight? It is 89.
89. Wow.
That means we've done this 89 times. So if you're new to the emotion code business, maybe you're studying to be an emotion code practitioner with Dr. Brett, we're going to encourage and invite you to watch all of our 89s, and this will give you a really good understanding about that's how the emotion code works. That's how I needed to teach it to people. Once I learned the emotion code, I knew that I needed to be in front of people, not to teach them how to do it, obviously, but to explain the process. Doing it one-on-one was kind of a challenge, right, John? Trying to explain the emotion code to people.
Yeah, what do you do? And you're kind of like,
Yeah. And then you're thinking, oh, which sentence am I going to give them? And then I remember I had enough nerve to say, you know what, I'm going to do one in person, but I'm not going to do it alone. I'm going to ask John. So John lives in Vancouver. I live in Victoria, which is an island. John came over on the float plane and joined me, and we did a live presentation in front of the room, and we filmed it, and it was called the 7 Keys to the Emotion Code Process. And we did 2 in one day. So the first one was like, we were kind of bumping into each other, a little bit. And the second one, it was just flawless. So I knew that there needs to be better ways to, you just can't depend on the healer's library to get you work. Like you need to do things to get yourself out there for sure.
They don't.
So today I've got one thing I've been mentoring emotion code practitioners. As a matter of fact, John, I'm just going to share this really quickly and hopefully it'll look okay on the screen. I have a goal. And my goal for March and April is to interview and meet with and mentor 100 emotion code, body code practitioners. And I've worked with 14. I announced this last week inside my private emotion code, body code room, Facebook group rather. I announced this. I've met with a number of people, and all of them have left with some really great next step strategies. Some people are new. And some people have been in business like John for many years. So, John, can you see if it's displaying on the screen?
Yeah, it's kind of off to the left. It looks
okay,
like
let me see if I can
it could be
that.
blown up and look.
Yeah, I'm not able to do that.
Centered,
so anyway, the link of this free 20-minute session is up in the chat, up in the post itself. It's a 20-minute session. I meet you on a video screen like this, and you tell me really quickly where you're at in your business, and I'm going to give you some things that are going to help you progress, make more money, be smarter about how you're doing that with all kinds of different tools. I've been helping lots of people, so regardless where you're at, I can help you. A free 20-minute session. The link is up above. But today, John, we're going to do a quick, before we welcome our friends, I have a little quick question for people. I want to see who knows the answer. Now, people that I've met with knows the answer because when I was teaching them this during the mentoring call, nobody could guess it. So here's the question, and I know that you know the answer, and it's not for you, it's for our audience. We want to hear from you. Here is my question. What is the most precious and valuable asset in your business? Look around your office. Assets. There's things that bring value to your business. What is yours? What do you think the number one asset in your business is? Leave it in the chat. We're going to check your answer. But for now, John, let's go see who's saying what and welcome our lovely viewers. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say hello here to Kim Whitner. She's watching, says hi.
Hey, Kim, good morning.
And of course, Natasha Paula Samuels here says hello, Michael and John. As usual, looking forward to another great show. Hashtag Emotion Code Bros.
Thank you, Natasha, and good morning from the UK. Lori Mayo, she is here from Las Vegas. She's probably enjoying some nice temperatures. So, Lori, welcome to the Bro Show today. And our friend Sheldon Foster, hashtag, where you been, bro? We haven't seen Sheldon in a long time. So, Sheldon, nice to have you back joining us. Who else, John?
Denise Wiltbank Harris is here from Agar, Arizona.
Yes. Agard, I never heard that before. Unless it's a typist. Agar, Arizona, okay. Good morning, Denise. Who else?
We have Tajird. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If not, sorry for butchering your name, but hey, we've done that here once or twice.
Well, I acknowledge I'm getting you to read it out instead of me, so you did a better job than me. Polstra, Mr. Polstra. So hello from the Netherlands. Good morning. John and I are in beautiful Canada. We're on the West Coast. I'm on a little island north of Seattle, and John is in Vancouver, and we have really different temperatures from Canada. So if you're pitching igloos and ice cubes and icebergs, hashtag that's not us, okay?
No ice wall.
Matter of fact, we have beautiful green lawns right now and evergreen trees, and it snowed once here in Victoria. Hashtag shut the city down. So just for those of you that think we're all in snow, it's not always
the
case.
The cherry blossoms are coming out.
That's right. We love to brag about those. And Holly Peters from Balmy, Wisconsin. Nice stuff. Who else, John?
Helena's here. Says hello. Willa's here. Says good morning.
Hey, Willa Vera, good morning. And our friend Helena. Now, a little sidebar. Helena and I, we have a monthly meetup group in Victoria, and we met this Thursday night, and we were doing food. So everybody in the audience, we went around the room, even if they didn't think, we talk about the 7 keys. That's something I want to talk about for you guys today. We presented the 7 keys information, and then we talked about Dr. Brad and the book and how the motion coach, just what you and I do every Saturday. And then we went around the room. Normally we pick 2 or 3 people, but we did it for everybody because it's really fast. Matter of fact, we timed it. In under 1 minute for each person, we eliminated a specific food item for them. And a woman that came to this meeting, she said 2 weeks ago, I helped her, because when we promote the next week's show, we say, well, our next meeting, we're going to talk about food. Who wants to have a sample of that? So when we put her hand up, she said, mine is artisan bread. Hashtag, it means it's expensive. We're not talking the white wonder loaf. We're talking the crusty $8.95 a loaf, right? She said, that is my addiction. So, we were demonstrating a few weeks ago, and she came back, she said, oh, I got rid of the artisan's bread and all bread. So now she doesn't need any bread. Hashtag, there's no cutback. It's on or off. So that was fun. Helena and I pulled that off. And Helena and I are doing a 3-hour seminar here in Victoria. It's for 10 people. We've got 3 people registered already. Helena is a successful, she's the quit smoking lady. She's also a hypnotherapist. So here's what we're doing in the afternoon. 10 people, including me, which will make it 11. Helena is going to give us a hypnotic virtual gastric band. It's going to be a virtual hypnotic one. I'm in. So everybody that's coming to the seminar, we're going to have a hypnotherapy session as a group, getting rid of this. We're putting on a gastric virtual band. We're going to give a menu of emotion coach sessions, everything from anxiety, to eating when on board, to 5 or 6 food items of their choice, to eating after I ate, reduction. So they're going to go through the menu. They're going to tick off 5 things, and then everybody, and we're going to split the room in half. I'll take half, Helena will take half, and everyone's going to get multiple emotion code sessions. So they're going to leave with emotion code sessions. They're going to leave with the virtual gastric band, and I'm going to be delivering my signature 25-minute a law of attraction seminar so they can learn about how their words are creating their results. So it's a great afternoon. You can go to HangoutWithMichael.com, look under events and know more about that, or send me a question here. Well, better still, Helena is watching live. So Helena, if you can put the link to that. Okay, John, is anyone giving us an answer, guessing on the answer to what is the most important asset in your business?
A couple, yeah. Helena is. Holly had a good guess. I see 2 so far. Helena.
Okay,
and
we have
Holly.
Bonnie. Bonnie saying hello from Somersworth, New Hampshire. I think NH is New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I'm a Canadian living on an island. I'm allowed to not know them all. Okay. Hey, Barbara Rowley's here from the UK.
Hey, Barbara.
And sunny Seattle is Jennifer, and she's going to the Bahamas tonight. Hashtag don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm going to the Bahamas tonight.
Congrats, Jennifer. Yeah. I think she's going on a cruise.
Who else, John? Holly Peters gave us an answer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Holly Peters given us the asset, and she said humbly, me. You would think that, Holly. Close. It's not you, but close. You're important, but you're not the asset in my head, in my voting structure. Willa Vera, how do I get in touch with you guys privately? You can go to, we have a combined webpage, or underneath our names are our website address that you can connect with us there. Hey, our friend Don Boems joined us, so good morning, Don. Okay, John, we're going to come back. I see our friend Bob, who's also in my Business Growth Club. He's saying hello from Iowa. It's feeling like spring today.
Spring has sprung.
Great. So first, if you're just joined us, today's show is dedicated to the emotion code, body code practitioner that's in business, and maybe they'd like some mentoring advice. You know, there's a difference between coaching and mentoring. I can coach anybody on any subject, but mentoring somebody in my head means I can teach you what I did to get to where I'm at using my model or my system or all the advice that I got. So today, if you're an emotion code practitioner and you don't know what to do next, you don't know how to get started or whatever it is, or maybe you've been in business and it's time to increase your sales or increase your exposure, whatever it is, ask us in the questions. It's a Q&A, and John and I will give you some advice and some tips about how to do that. A reminder that I have a campaign in my head. I say in my head because I might change it, but here's my campaign. I want to mentor 100 people in the month of March and April. 100 people, and I've already worked with 15. They're free 20-minute sessions. I'll quickly find out where you're at in your business, and I will effectively and efficiently give you some strategies to take you to the next level. And I'm going to talk about my 3 programs. It's going to take 2 minutes. So I'm going to do that right now, tell you about my programs, but hang on. When I tell you about the program, there's a free class that comes with each one of them. So John is familiar with this one. This one is called Attract Paying Clients to Your Business. It is online. It is a 12-page workbook that comes with it, and it's a video series on attract paying clients to your business. Now, you want to check me out? You can do that. The links to all these programs are up in the top in the comments in the post. Now, for this program here, if you want to check it out, you can download the first class for free. John, that class is on words that stimulate a purchase. Can you give us one of those words on the list, if you can remember? What are one of the words on that list?
It would be like a benefit word, like increase.
That's right. I can help you. Don't tell people that the emotion code, body code is wonderful and fabulous. It doesn't mean anything to anybody. They want to hear a word that stimulates their purchase. There's a list of about 20, 25 of them. You can take the first class for free. It's inside the link, and it's called Words That Stimulate Purchase. Tell me what you can help me increase or reduce or whatever those secret words are. That's free. Now, The next program I have is, well, this is the starter kit. It's called the starter kit. And it's going to teach you the words that you should be using. It's going to teach you how to answer the questions. So what do? It's all going to teach you a little NLP training about the 4 styles. And there's a module on here on how to use law of attraction. So I walked the class through. Yeah, I know. I wrote the Law of Attraction book, over 3 million copies in 37 languages. It's valuable. It's a class on teaching you how to identify and how to use law of attraction to attract your ideal client. What's an ideal client? I don't know. An ideal client is one that pays over and over and over again, gives you lots of referrals, and sends you thank you cards. That's mine. What's yours? So how to do that. That's the starter kit. It comes with that free class. The next one I want to talk about is my Train the Trainer. Now, John, I developed this so you and I could do a stand-up presentation in Victoria. And we did what's called the 7 keys. We delivered the 7 keys of the process. This would be for people that have been practicing the emotion code, and now they want to take it as an online presentation, or they want to do it in person. Guess what? There's a free class on that one. It actually should be the first class that you watch. John, say it when you see it. It's the class on
know, like, and trust.
That's right. Everything that is, well, John, real quickly, when people trust us, then what happens? They will.
Well, they're gonna buy from you. They're gonna book you.
They'll do business. They'll buy. Yeah. So John and I do the show. How come we want people to know us? And we do a lot of things for free. We give free stuff away. We do sessions. We explain the process. We get good results. Then they like us. When people like us, they'll listen. Then they trust us. Then they buy from us. So we are attracting paying clients like you because of the know, like, and trust. Watch that free video. It's part of the 7 keys for free. And then there is the most popular one of all, and it is from my Business Growth Club. Once a month, I have a Business Growth Club of emotion code, body code practitioners, and I'm mentoring them to be more successful in their business. Every month, we do a free training class with the workbook, but the very first class can be yours for free. And it's how to design and language and word a business card that becomes your silent salesperson. Look at the stuff on that. And there's stuff on the back. Here's my point. If your business card just says Michael Losier, Emotion Code Practitioner, it ends up being a toothpick. Really, there's nothing on there that's stimulating. This business card is full of words and strategies that'll help you attract paying clients. It's important to have one. Yeah, I do a lot of work online. It's still important to have one. So there's the 3 programs. You can take them for free. John, we're going back to today's question of the day. And can you remind us what our question that we posed to our audience today, please?
So, yeah, as a practitioner, what's your most important asset?
What is the most important asset?
Lori Mayo says me.
Lori Mayo had 2 different emotion code practitioners, and I still have my addiction to Pepsi. Well, I'm quite certain that it wasn't me, even without asking. If it was, I'd be pretty surprised. Not that we're doing a competition toss here, but Lori, it's easier than that. So today we're talking about business. We're looking for business questions. How do I build my business? That's a good emotion code question. If you're a practitioner, Lori, you can try that yourself. It's pretty easy. What is the severity of my addiction to drinking Pepsi? Any kind of Pepsi, bottled Pepsi, canned Pepsi, fountain Pepsi, anytime, anywhere. What's my addiction and my triggers and my habit for wanting to have Pepsi on a scale of 1 to 10? Boom, done. How many trapped emotions are causing that? Boom, 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 done. Now what's the severity? 0. I didn't just do it on you. I was telling you how easy it was. Tara Nordlin, love your teachings. Thank you. There we go. Okay, John, the most important asset in a practitioner's business, is it their computer or their fancy desk or their car? Is it even their office space? It's none of those things.
Their magnet.
Oh, it could be. That's a good idea. But they're pretty replaceable. The most important asset in a practitioner's business is their database. It's their email database. My hunch is, because I remember I worked for 15 people, my goal is to work with 100 people for free on that 20-minute free session, the link up above. I almost in every case, including my own up until about 4 months ago, didn't really have a handle on my database. Some of the emails were in PayPal, and some of them were in Stripe, and some of them were on a napkin from a restaurant. In other words, everybody that I worked with, I didn't really have a handle on where they all were. So I put them all together. And now I got one database, and it's the most important asset in my business. You think about all those large companies, like all those online companies like Amazon and Wayfair, it's Canadians furniture place, Vistaprint, all of those people, if they didn't have the database, they would make zero money. They don't have storefronts. Every sale has to come from online. So I want people to write that down. My number one asset in my business is my database. So in the emotion code, body code business, we talked about this know, like, and trust. Definitely watch this free video. What's really important is where clients come from. Here's two circles, John. This circle is they come from existing clients. They need to be nurtured. So you need to, as a practitioner, you need to have the mindset that this is not a one-off appointment. It's, because you don't go to your dentist once, right? You don't go get your eyes tested once. So what do you need to be doing so you can have multiple visits? Because it's easier to get money from an existing client than a new one. So we want to nurture that database. It's all about the know, like, and trust. So, in my programs, I teach practitioners what to say and do during a session, right? So they're gonna want to have more, and what to do to follow up with them. I follow up with all my clients 4 days later, a personalized note that I wrote right in front of my computer, sincerely wanting to know what changes they have noticed, what's different, plus some other little secret sentences that go in there. Okay, so yes, assets. John, let's go out in the room, see who's asking what, saying what, and we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Helena had that right. Lori Mayo wrote down client. So yeah, client database.
That's right,
Yep.
your client database.
Barbara Rowing's giving us the hashtag get your database up to date.
That's right, get it up to date. And then if you're on my database, well, there's one thing to get a nice database built, but if I don't access it or tap into it or use it respectfully, then there's no sense in having it. It's not just to collect the payment and the details for the first meeting, right? So my clients, starting next week, are all going to get an email every 3 weeks. Not very much. Most of them like me, so they're probably going to keep it. But what I'm doing is I'm including little video clips of things, one of them is how to muscle test. One of them is about the chart. One of them is the Dr. Brad interview. Remember the time that we asked him who he would love to give an emotion code session to, anybody in the world, and he answered that? Well, I'm going to be sending that to, so I'm kind of like little clips of things. So that's what I'm doing by nurturing my database. If I had every client that hired me last year rehire me twice this year, I wouldn't need any more new clients. So I want you to think about that, practitioners. So if you're watching, you're a practitioner, be sure to take advantage of the free 20-minute mentoring session. At the end of the session, out of the 3 products that I have, I'm going to recommend that you download all 3 of those classes, and which one would be a good one for you for your next steps in your business. Okay, John, let's go do a refresh out in the room, see who's saying
Yeah,
what.
Natasha Paula Samuel, she's saying, the number one asset in your business is your database. Definitely, just to reconfirm.
I lost my database. Ugh. It's interesting because this week, John, I had Helena and I did our meetup group. And I said, if I ever was going to move, if I ever to move a country or a different city, I would set up a meetup group before I got there. Helena, excuse me. Helena and I have 113 people in our meetup group that didn't know who we were. So, John, which one of these is being satisfied by the meetup group?
Well, the no.
That's right. People didn't even know who Helena and Michael were. Never mind, people didn't even know what the emotion. The people that came to our meetings don't even know what the emotion code is. So the meetup is a great way to get people to know us. And because we have them for an hour and we're showing them and talking to them and giving them examples, they're liking us. And then when they hear other people's success stories from that were our meeting, then they really trust us. So meetup groups, in-person seminars, presentations. I think a few weeks ago I was in Charleston at an Action Coach conference. I did an hour and 15-minute presentation, 600 and some people. The last 15 minutes, I did a motion code. Now,
Right.
I wasn't sure if anybody was listening because but guess what? A lot of people saw and remembered what I did. Okay, John, let's do another. So John, some people that are watching, they might want to have an emotion code session, not about their business, but personally, tell them the experience, how that happens and goes down with both you and I. Let's talk about you. What was the process for them to book a session for you? How does that work?
Right, super simple. So you can go to our website. So Michael's at hangoutwithmichael.com/emotion code. I'm at aliveandpeer.com. It's right below us here. And I also posted the link in the comments here. So you go to our website. We have online scheduling. So you just click that button, open a schedule will be there, open up. And you can pick a single session or a package of sessions as well. I definitely recommend a package. We both recommend, not just doing a one-off. And links up to PayPal, and pick your favorite time that works for you, and we'll send you a link, or you can phone us, and simple as that. Done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
We
can
don't need
figure
to
out
go
all
back
the
and
time
forth.
zone. You don't have to email back and forth. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Even people that are booking my 20-minute session, I think a half hour before their session, that system says, hey, you got an appointment with Michael, here's the video link. And if you're a practitioner, you definitely need to have some kind of automatic scheduler to your calendar. John and I both use Acuity. If you're booking one client a day, you don't need it. But when you start booking 2 and 3 and 4, you'll spend more time trying to convert time zones. And can you do Tuesday at 2, 3, or 4? Is that Central Mountain? It goes crazy. Get yourself a scheduler for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, good, John. I think that's how we're going to wrap up today's show. I'm going to continue to look at the chat here, but we'll do one more check. And
I see a couple questions here.
Okay, let's do it. So, if you're watching, we'd like to wrap up today. Not quickly, but let us know what kind of questions you have. What can we help you with? Okay, John, go ahead, please.
Maybe you've seen this. Willa is asking a question. Can emotion code help a child that was severely abused by addict parents? So, do you want to answer that?
Well, I'll answer it for John. So the answer is yes to that. And the way we work with someone's children is that we just need permission from the parent, right?
Right.
So if that's your parent, if it's your daughter's, if it's your grandma, if you're the grandparent, I don't know who Losier is as far as your age. So hopefully, the point is the parent or the guardian would give us permission. The child doesn't have to know what's happening, so it doesn't have to be, but we could use all the questioning. You could say, here's some of her behaviors or his behaviors. He does this, or we can go right to those events and say, okay, what got lost? So the answer is yes to that. And to make it really simple with the child, doesn't need to know what's happening, doesn't need to be present, but we just need permission from the parent.
Yeah, works well for children.
Good.
I've been
and
working
Natasha
on my
gave us
child.
Gave us the answer, the number one asset to database. Okay, Mr. Polstra is saying, what is the topic of next week's show? Well, I think this is a common problem all over the world. We're talking about it in Victoria now, in Vancouver, because it's the time of year.
Yeah.
So maybe not so much in North Bay, Ontario, but for the rest of for a lot of us, it is what, John? Next week's topic is?
Seasonal allergies.
That's right.
And guess what?
Allergies.
Not the pollen.
It's nothing to do with the pollen. Well, it is something to do with the pollen.
I guess
because the pollen triggers the brain about an event that happened a long time ago, where it's quite common that one particular trapped emotion got caught. There could be more. Most cases, it's when you had this experience, when that smell was in the air. So when you smell it, it reacts. Are we going to tell them which one it might be, John?
How about we do
Makes
it next
sense.
week?
It's
Next
conflict.
tweet. Okay, you said it.
Oh, yeah, we just did. But you know what? We're going to find it for you. Then we're going to delete it using the emotion code. If you're watching, join us next week. We're going to relieve 2 people of their seasonal allergies live. Now, today, I'm going live on my Instagram account with my trainer from the gym. I met him in July, and I'm laying on the mat, and he's sniffling and snuffling, and he gets his little puffer out. Well, you know, that didn't last long. So today we're going to tell that story about hashtag I had a magnet with me at the gym, and I relieved him of his seasonal allergies medication and the puffer. We're going to talk about that today.
So how do we find you on Instagram? Michael
It's
Losier.
Michael underscore Loge underscore LOA. It's Michael underscore Loge underscore LOA. Jennifer Towner loves spending Saturday morning with you. There we go.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jennifer.
Let's do another
Thanks for being
refresh,
here.
John.
That's all I can see. Yeah.
Okay, me too. Hey, John, thanks for hanging out. Next week, we're looking for snufflers, you know, people that runny eyes and they know they've got seasonal allergies. We're going to clear the seasonal allergies. We can also do something just to block all that nasal passage problem. It's all these trapped emotions stuffed in your nose. We're going to help you with that next week.
Yeah.
John, let's say goodbye to our friends. We'll see you later, everybody.
Bye.